Our next item is the Sander Farm Preserved Natural Area donation. Mr. Opsimer.
I move to accept with gratitude the generous donation of 31.9 acres of open space from Dr. Maureen Sander, property number 33-02-02-27-177-007, and ratify the December 31st, 2019 executed donation agreement.
Support. Supported by Ms. Jackson. I see we have our Parks and Land and everything else director here. Luann, you want to talk to us?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor and Township Board. For over 25 years, the residents of Meridian Township have had the availability to utilize this open space under an open space easement with the township. And when Dr. Sander passed away in 2019, she left this area to us. And so we were able to execute this donation agreement prior to the end of 2019. So the request is to authorize or ratify the attached donation agreement.
Mr. Austin.
Just one basic question, Luann. Since we have had the easement agreement, have we been counting this towards the 954 acres of land preserve, or is this on top of that?
No, this it's been into the parks inventory because it's been used not in the land preservation. And so, yeah, there is, we have trails through there with signage, and actually I did have a conversation with Dr. Sander and made sure that with her heirs or whatever, before we went into the donation, that we talked about a connector paved trail that would go through part of our pathway program through Tacoma Hills neighborhood and then through the northern portion of the property here and then over into the MSU property and then down to Dobie Road. And she was fine with that, and so that's all been approved. Other than that, this will remain in its natural state, but does allow for recreational use, bicycles, walking,
So
hiking.
Continue to be classified as a park?
Yes.
Okay. So, and I see, there's about one mile of trails depending on which configuration you're walking, and
Right.
it abuts to the very southern end of Tacoma Hills and the southern end of Shaker Heights as well.
Correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Shea.
Yeah, this is a great park. I walk it many days in the summer, and it is, just Opsimer pointed out, it abuts to Shaker Heights, Tacoma Hills, and Forest Hills, and Cornell Woods. So it really is a prime location for a walking park. I did notice that last year we got some signage up there for the trails. Is there a chance we can amend that and put a little memorial to Dr. Sanders and thank her for her donation? So yeah, it's really an amazing donation to the township, and we're very fortunate that she thought of us.
Just out of curiosity, if the easement, could the easement have, if she had chosen not to donate it, could it have been sold? Could the land have been taken back and she could actually, so that's very valuable, and that was a very, very valuable donation to the township.
Yeah, I would mention that going back to when I first started living in the township back in '78, I had friends that lived in Tacoma Hills, and their houses were fairly new and backed up to this area, and they always anticipated that someday that land would end up being developed as
Right.
an extension of either that neighborhood or the one to the north. And we're always pleased that it just kind of hung in there with their kids being able to play in it and,
Right.
hunt for little wild things and all that kind of thing. And it's really a wonderful, wonderful situation that first it became formalized as part of our park system was a natural park area.
Correct.
And then now it's going to remain so. So I'm really, really happy about that. I'm sure Tacoma Hills and Shaker Heights are all very happy about that.
I'm sure they are all very happy about that.
Anyone else?
A follow-up question. Did you say there's plans to pave the trails through there?
No, not all the trails. There would be one that would run along the northern border of the park and then into, let's see here. Well, I don't have it on this map, but there's one that comes through Tacoma Hills through the northern portion of this and then onto the MSU property. Then would dump out on Dobie Road, and then it wouldn't be long, and you could go down and cross the railroad tracks and connect with Sylvan Glen, and then over to Leg Park and Harris Nature Center and Eastgate Park.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, we need a roll call vote.
Clerk Dreyfus.
Yes.
Supervisor Stajka.
Yes.
Treasurer DeShane.
Yes.
Trustee Opsmer.
Yes.
Trustee Wasinski.
Yes.
Trustee Jackson.
Yes.